tar card in Mumbai. Confused and alarmed, she denied any involvement, thinking it was all a misunderstanding. But the fraudsters were relentless. They twisted the narrative, insisting that she needed to come to the Mumbai cybercrime office to sort things out. To make the situation feel more official, they offered her the option to speak to the cybercrime officials via Skype, adding a false layer of legitimacy to their scam. In that moment of panic and confusion, the scammers expertly extracted her bank account details. With the click of a button, 96,126 rupee was fraudulently withdrawn from her account, and they vanished from the internet. Unfortunately, she's not alone in this harrowing tale. Just this year, Coimbator's cybercrime police have been bombarded with 137 complaints about this audacious courier scam. 70 victims have lost their hard-earned cash, while 67 managed to dodge the bullet and reported the attempts to the authorities. But what about the ones who fell into the trap? Now, based on their first-hand investigations, cybercrime officials reveal how the scam kicks off. It starts with an ominous interactive voice response call from an unknown number. One such call was received by the officer, which said, "Hello, this is an emergency notification from Customs. You have a problem with an air parcel. For detailed information, press 9. Once the victim presses that number, they're greeted by someone pretending to be a customs officer, who delivers a fake urgent message. Their parcel has been found containing narcotics, multiple passports, or large sums of cash. The pressure builds, and soon the scammers transition to a Skype video call, where multiple individuals impersonating officials from various agencies, like the Cybercrime Unit, the DRI, the ED, and the Crime Branch, start interrogating the victim. One of the most disturbing cases happened in Bengaluru, where the fraudsters pushed their boldness to shocking levels. Their target? A lawyer, someone who thought they were untouchable. But what unfolded was a true nightmare. For nearly 36 hours, she was trapped in a terrifying game played by cybercriminals who knew how to use her fear against her. They claimed she was involved in a drug-related crime and forced her to strip during a video call as part of a twisted narcotics test. Can you imagine the fear and shame she felt? Sensing her vulnerability, they extorted a massive 15 lakh from her. This was not just a crime, it was a cruel show of power, pushing their victims to their limits. These criminals operate from hidden places around the world, using devices with IP addresses traced to foreign countries, making it nearly impossible for police to catch them. In Coimbatore alone, the total losses this year have skyrocketed to 5.67 crore. Due to these heartless schemes, the police managed to recover in return 47.31 lakh by freezing the fraudsters' accounts. But the harsh truth is that for many victims, the pain is real and the damage is done. Yet, as the cybercrime unit was piecing together the puzzle of the lost money, a new case emerged on June 8th. This case, however, turned the tables for the investigation, leading to a major breakthrough in the string of FedEx courier scams reported across Coimbatore. In a small but significant victory, the Coimbatore police managed to bust a Madhya Pradesh-based gang that had been running a well-oiled machine, deceiving hundreds of unsuspecting victims from various parts of the country. The total loss amounted to several crores, but the arrest marked a critical step in exposing the larger network behind these scams. A special team led by Cybercrime Inspector P.A. Arun managed to track down and arrest 3 key suspects: Ravikumar Sharma, age 23, Mukul Chandel, age 24, and Anil Jatav, age 24, all from Guna and Madhya Pradesh. After their arrest on July 4th, they were brought to Coimbatore and placed in judicial custody 2 days later. Their capture followed one of the biggest heists, a 67 lakh scam targeting a 75-year-old Coimbatore resident, C. George. According to Mr. George's complaint, Vinay Kumar Shobe from Bandra Station in Mumbai, he was alarmed to receive a message stating that he had been accused in a case because a fraudster had used his Aadhaar card to open a bank account and obtain a SIM card for cheating. The very next day, Mr. George received another call, this time from someone claiming to be Shobe's superior. The scammer delivered a shocking message. They had obtained a warrant from the Supreme Court for his arrest. The fraudster's trap tightened when Mr. George was told that to avoid arrest, he must pay a hefty fine. The elderly man transferred 67 lakh from one of his bank accounts to the fraudster's account. Shortly after, the scammer contacted him again, demanding even more money. When Mr. George tried to withdraw 10 lakh from his fixed deposit account at a different bank, the bank manager became suspicious and questioned the large withdrawal. Sensing something was off, Mr. George explained the entire situation to the manager. who urged him to report the incident to the cybercrime police. It was only then that the full extent of the scam came to light. A case was officially registered on June 12th. This breakthrough led the police to seize key evidence: laptops, mobile phones, SIM cards, and bank passports used by the accused. The investigation took them all the way to Guna, where the 3 suspects were eventually apprehended. The more the police dug, the darker and more twisted the trail became. As it turns out, the bank account used by the scammers wasn't linked to just one crime. It was tied to similar scams investigated by 52 cybercrime units across 12 states. The investigators also uncovered that the fraudsters had opened over 700 bank accounts in the names of unsuspecting people from various states and used over 100 UPIDs to launder 2.25 crore, stolen from victims just 2 days before their arrest. The extent of their sophistication became even clearer when police discovered that these scammers had undergone specialized training in Indore, where they learned how to carry out courier scams. Some were trained to play the role of enforcement officers, while others were taught how to channel the stolen money through various bank accounts to make their trail harder to follow. They even used automated messaging systems to randomly target victims, setting the stage for their scams. Despite the complexity of the case, there is a silver lining. The police have already recovered 8 lakh out of the 67 lakh stolen from Mr. George, and efforts are underway to recover the rest. But for every victory like this, countless others remain unresolved. Only one thing stands between you and becoming a victim: staying alert and attentive. Scammers prey on fear, urgency, and confusion. They're betting on your moment of doubt, but don't give them that chance. Let's talk about how you should react if you ever receive a call like this. Be wary of unknown calls, especially those that demand urgency or personal information. Don't fall into their trap by engaging. Avoid responding to such calls altogether. If a courier-related call does come through, always ask for specific details about the parcel and cross-check them on the official FedEx website or app. Never, and I mean never, share personal or sensitive information like your Aadhaar number, OTP, UPI ID, or bank details with anyone over the phone, especially if you didn't initiate the conversation. FedEx will never request personal information through unsolicited phone calls, emails, or mail for shipments, unless it's something you've initiated. So, if someone claims otherwise, they're probably trying to scam you. Do not transfer any money, even if the caller insists, threatens, or claims it's urgent. Scammers feed on fear. Don't give them what they want. And most importantly, trust yourself. If you know you're innocent, then whatever outrageous story the caller is spinning is just that, a story. End the call the moment something seems off and report it immediately. In situations like these, you have the power to stop the scam before it starts. If you feel suspicious, don't hesitate. Call 1930 or report the incident at cybercrime.gov.in. And while the authorities work tirelessly to bring them down, the best defense is awareness. Stay informed, stay alert, and never let your guard down, because the next phone call you receive could be the one they're hoping will change everything for you.